Good morning, beautiful souls. I'm sitting in my doorway today because my doorway is magic. This particular doorway speaks to me. This doorway was communing with me and inviting me to step into a reality within it that is magical. It is magic. It is movement within my awareness that all things commune. It is an awareness that you bring from a space of thanksgiving for everything your hands touch. You realize becomes communion. Wisdom flowing through all molecules, all atoms, everywhere. There is communion. That's magic. Because then everything co-creates with you the reality in which you live. So I'm thankful to my doorway today as I sit in this doorway to encourage you beyond the reality that you're held in. There's a confinement around us that keeps us from moving magically in all dimensions within our lives. Manifesting communion is how we will manifest matter, shift actual reality around us. We must step into holy communion with all of creation. So this is what I challenge you to do today. To realize when your hand is reaching for something, there is a reality observing you that wants to commune with you. There's an intelligence. If I'm looking at my doorknob, there's an intelligence held within the door itself. Because a threshold, a doorway, a hinge point came from somewhere. And it wasn't your front door, and it wasn't mine. That is just a representation of something very powerful, very cosmic, very magical. So today, every single time I reach my hand to the doorknob, I will be saying this: I magically step into a new reality when I open this door. I choose to cross a threshold into a reality I've never heard before, and to commune with creation today. Breathe with creation today and ask the question: what is the conversation going on? What is the cosmic vibration and frequency going on that I cannot see, but I choose to fully observe? Magic, pure magic, is when we're so in tune to the loving embrace of Holy Communion. Holy Communion means you honor everything in your life as a set apart frequency that has a story. It has a heart. It came from somewhere. If it has a shape, it came from somewhere. If you stare at your plant, the shape of the leaves, and you breathe with an open door to receive and allow communion through your eye gate. The cells in your body, they begin to breathe in that perception. Then there's a communion that begins to happen in your breath and in your frequency. Before you even know it's happening, it's happening. And the longer you stare at that plant and the longer you stare at that leaf, a magic frequency begins to weave around you, and a communion comes from that shifts your reality. Prayer, real prayer, is cosmic joy, because every single thing in your life is there to commune with you and to transmute the very perception that you have of what it is into such a life-giving substance that you behold a whole other dimension. It itself becomes the doorway to another dimension of communion, and wisdom flows from that on a level that you're like, what? From something so simple as a doorway, an event, a cosmic event, to become a singularity of a thought that you never had before, that is so deep, you're like, my plant just communed with me. And yes, it did. Why is that important? Because as soon as you realize that everything in your life is sacred and you are thankful for it, and you open communion, that means my original frequency was created to draw out wisdom everywhere, all the time, all at once. So the doorway is everything. Everything is a cosmic doorway. Everything is magically delicious. When you slow down, honor what you see, breathe with what you see, open your heart to become that threshold that plant or that doorway can become a singularity of such deep wisdom that it's now a key. From now on, when I walk through this doorway, because of what I allowed to flow through me and through it today, there will be a whole other level of communion every time I go through. And I will see myself and see my surroundings totally different. The third eye perception is full body sensation of communion itself. When one realizes that everything in their life is there to commune and bring life, if observed as a threshold of becoming everything, then we don't assign blame or judgment. We simply know that if we so choose to allow what's in front of us to become a cosmic doorway to another realm of communion that will actually bring life to me, then we know that all things work together for good when we love and honor the hidden communion within it. Things are not evil in and of themselves. It is the one gazing that determines the beauty held within. So allow the door of everything in your life to open beyond what you could imagine. Breathe with what you're looking at and allow the magic that happens in your atmosphere as you breathe with it. Let that body begin to commune. Let that third eye begin to perceive. And then your thoughts will catch up. And wisdom will come alive in you. I hope today you are intrigued. Become the doorway and let everything else become a doorway too. I love you. Be blessed.